Green card holders. How to collect retirement benefits in the United States. You have been paying into Social Security for years. Most green card holders have no idea they can actually collect it, and the government is not going to remind you. Every paycheck, every job, every year you worked legally in the United States as a lawful permanent resident, 6.2% of your earnings went directly into Social Security. Your employer matched it dollar for dollar. Over a working career, that is a substantial sum, tens of thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars, paid into a system that will pay it back to you in retirement. And here is the question that stops most green card holders cold. Can I actually collect it? Will they pay me back? Do I have to become a citizen first? What happens if I travel back to my home country? What if I did not work enough years? Part 1. Yes, you can collect Social Security. Here is exactly what you need. Let us answer the fundamental question directly. Green card holders, lawful permanent residents, are fully eligible to receive Social Security retirement benefits. The eligibility requirements are identical to those for us citizens. The benefit calculation uses the same formula. The monthly payments come from the same program. The Social Security Administration confirms that lawfully present non-citizens of the United States who meet all eligibility criteria may qualify for retirement benefits. Your immigration status as a permanent resident does not disqualify you. What qualifies you is your work history and the taxes you paid. The 40 credits rule. The only number that matters to qualify for Social Security retirement benefits. You need 40 work credits. You earn up to 4 credits per year based on your earnings. In 2026, you earn 1 credit for every $1,730 in wages or self-employment income, up to a maximum of 4 credits per year. This means that 10 years of working legally in the United States with Social Security taxes being withheld from each paycheck is typically sufficient to reach the 40 credit threshold. This is the same standard that applies to every American worker. You do not need 15 years. You do not need 20 years. 10 years of covered employment is the standard, and it does not matter that you were born in another country. The amount of your monthly benefit is based on your earnings history. Specifically, your highest 35 years of inflation, adjusted earnings. If you worked fewer than 35 years in the United States, the formula includes 0 income years, which lowers the average and reduces your benefit. This is why working additional years, even part-time, can meaningfully increase your monthly payment. When can you start collecting? The earliest you can begin collecting Social Security retirement benefits is age 62. However, starting at 62 permanently reduces your benefit by approximately 25 to 30% compared to waiting until full retirement age. For anyone born in 1960 or later, full retirement age is 67. If you wait until age 70 to collect, your benefit increases by 8% for each year you delay past full retirement age, up to a maximum increase of 24% by waiting from 67 to 70. The 2026 COLA increase of 2.8% raised the average monthly Social Security retirement benefit from $2,015 to $2,071 per month. For green card holders who have had strong U.S. earnings histories, monthly benefits can significantly exceed this average. The benefit you receive is based on your personal earnings record, not an average. Part 2. The Totalization Agreement. How to combine work credits from 2 countries. Here is the strategy that most green card holders who immigrated as adults do not know about. And that can be the difference between qualifying for us retirement benefits and not qualifying. If you worked in your home country before coming to the United States, and the United States has a totalization agreement with your home country, you may be able to combine your work credits from both countries to meet the 40 credit requirement. The United States currently has active totalization agreements with 30 countries, including the United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, France, Japan, South Korea, Australia, Italy, and several others. Here is how it works. If you worked in the United States for 6 years, you have 24 U.S. work credits. On its own, that is not enough to qualify for Social Security. But if your home country has a totalization agreement with the United States, and you worked in your home country for 4 years under their social insurance system, the SSA can count those foreign credits to help you reach the 40 credit threshold. You would then qualify for a U.S. retirement benefit based on your U.S. earnings only, not on both countries' earnings. Critically, the totalization agreement prevents double taxation. Under this system, if you are covered under the U.S. Social Security system, you do not pay into your home country's Social Security system for the same earnings, and vice versa. This protects permanent residents who work in both countries from paying twice for the same coverage. If your home country is not on the Totalization Agreement list, China, India, and many other countries are not currently covered. You cannot combine credits in that case. You must accumulate all 40 credits through U.S. employment alone. Check the SSA's International Agreements page at ssa.gov to verify whether your home country has an agreement with the United States. Part 3. Medicare. The health coverage you have also been paying for Social Security retirement income is one stream. Medicare health coverage is the other, and for green card holders who have worked for a decade or more in the United States, Medicare eligibility is also built into those years of payroll taxes. Medicare becomes available at age 65. To qualify for premium-free Medicare Part A hospital insurance, as a green card holder, you must have been a lawful permanent resident for at least 5 consecutive years, and have worked and paid Medicare taxes for at least 10 years. This is the same 40-quarter standard as Social Security. Because the 1.45% Medicare payroll tax is collected simultaneously with Social Security taxes on every paycheck. If you have not worked the full 10 years but have been a permanent resident for 5 years, you can purchase Medicare Part A by paying a monthly premium. In 2026, that premium is either $285 or $515 per month depending on how long you or your spouse worked and paid into the Medicare system. Everyone who enrolls in Medicare pays for Part B, medical insurance, regardless of work history. The 2026 Medicare Part B premium is $201.96 per month. An important 2026 update. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, signed into law in July 2025, made changes to Medicare eligibility. Under the updated rules, Medicare eligibility is confirmed for U.S. citizens, U.S. green card holders, asylees, and refugees of Cuban or Haitian origin, and certain natives of the Northern Mariana Islands. Green card holders remain fully eligible for Medicare under the updated law. This is a point worth confirming explicitly, since some early reporting on the legislation created confusion in immigrant communities. Part 4. SSI, the needs-based benefit, and the 5-year rule supplemental security income. SSI is entirely different from Social Security retirement benefits. SSI is a needs-based program that provides monthly cash assistance to seniors, disabled individuals, and blind individuals who have very limited income and assets. It does not require any work history to receive. For green card holders, SSI eligibility has a specific restriction. You must have been a lawful permanent resident for at least 5 years before you can apply. This 5-year waiting period applies regardless of your financial situation. If you received your green card in January 2022, you cannot apply for SSI until January 2027. After the 5-year waiting period, green card holders who meet the income and asset requirements, the asset limit is $2,000 for an individual and $3,000 for a couple, can apply for SSI. Through their local Social Security office. SSI benefits in 2026 increased by the same 2.8% COLA as Social Security, with increased payments beginning the 31st of December 2025. SSI is particularly relevant for green card holders who immigrated later in life, after their primary working years, and who have not accumulated sufficient U.S. work credits to qualify for Social Security retirement benefits. The combination of SSI and Medicaid, which SI recipients typically qualify for automatically, provides a basic safety net for older permanent residents with limited financial resources. Part 5. The critical rule about leaving the United States. This is the section that changes everything for green card holders who have retirement plans that involve returning to their home country or splitting time between countries. The rules here are strict, specific, and non-negotiable. If you are a non-citizen receiving Social Security retirement benefits and you leave the United States, the Social Security Administration generally cannot continue paying your benefits after your 6th calendar month outside the country. This is not a rumor or a technicality. It is written directly into SSA policy. There are exceptions to this rule. If the United States has a totalization agreement with your home country, you may be able to continue receiving benefits while living abroad. The specific terms vary by agreement, so you must check whether your country's agreement includes provisions for benefit continuation outside the United States. Not all 30 totalization agreement countries include this provision. The practical implication for green card holders planning retirement: if you intend to return permanently to your home country and want to continue receiving US Social Security, your best path is to become a U.S. citizen before retiring abroad. U.S. citizens can receive Social Security in almost every country in the world without interruption. Green card holders who retire abroad face the 6-month cutoff, unless their home country is covered by an agreement that provides exceptions. The citizenship timing strategy: if you are eligible for naturalization and planning an international retirement, apply for citizenship before you stop collecting regular U.S. income. Becoming a citizen removes the residency restriction from your Social Security benefits permanently. Part 6. The Trust Fund Warning. Why timing your claim matters more than ever. Every green card holder planning to collect Social Security in the coming years needs to understand one additional factor that affects the long-term reliability of those benefits: the Social Security Trust Fund depletion timeline. A February 2026 Congressional Budget Office report estimated that the Social Security Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund is now projected to be depleted by 2032, 1 year earlier than previous projections. If depletion occurs without congressional intervention, benefits would be automatically reduced to approximately 75 to 80% of scheduled amounts, matching only what incoming payroll taxes can sustain. For a green card holder expecting $2,000 per month from Social Security in retirement, a 20% cut would reduce that to $1,600. Over a 20-year retirement, the difference is $96,000. Over 25 years, it is $120,000. This is not a reason to panic. Congress has intervened to protect Social Security before, most notably in the 1983 reforms. But it is a reason to plan conservatively. Do not build a retirement budget that assumes 100% of your scheduled Social Security benefit will arrive every month for the next 30 years without any uncertainty. The strategic implication is clear. If you are approaching eligibility and have flexibility in your timing, there is a stronger argument in 2026 for delaying Social Security collection to maximize your monthly benefit. Because a higher base benefit means a larger dollar amount even if a percentage reduction occurs later. An 8% annual delay credit from age 67 to age 70 locks in a 24% higher monthly payment that applies to every check you receive, including any reduced payment if the trust fund situation is not resolved. Your action checklist: steps to claim your U.S. retirement benefits. Step 1. Create a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. This free account shows your complete earnings history, your estimated benefit at different claiming ages, and any gaps or errors in your work record. Verify the accuracy of every year's earnings before you apply. An error in your record reduces your benefit, and it is your responsibility to catch it. Step 2. Check whether your home country has a totalization agreement with the United States. If yes, determine whether you can combine credits to reach the 40 credit threshold. Contact the SSA at 1-800-772-1213, or visit a local Social Security office to discuss your specific situation. Step 3. Confirm your 5-year permanent residency requirement for Medicare. You need to have been a lawful permanent resident for at least 5 consecutive years before Medicare Part A eligibility begins at age 65. Step 4. If you have plans to travel internationally or return to your home country after retirement, contact the SSA before you go to understand exactly how your specific situation, your country of citizenship, your length of absence, and whether your country has a totalization agreement will affect your benefit payments. Step 5. Consider your citizenship timeline. If you are eligible to apply for naturalization, weigh the benefits of citizenship, which include unrestricted Social Security collection abroad, full Medicare access, and protection from the immigration consequences of future law changes, against the timing of your retirement plans. Step 6. Run your Social Security numbers at 3 claiming ages: 62, your full retirement age of 67, and 70. Compare the lifetime total payments at each age given your projected life expectancy, given the trust fund uncertainty. Factor in both the full benefit scenario and a reduced benefit scenario for each claiming age. The bottom line: you paid into Social Security with every legal paycheck you earned in the United States. That money belongs to you. The system does not care where you were born. And it does not require citizenship to pay you back. What it requires is 40 credits, a valid green card, and knowledge of the rules that govern how and when you collect. Every dollar you paid into this system over your working years was a dollar you earned twice. Once as income, once as a future benefit. Know the rules. Plan deliberately. Collect what you are owed.